Is Wednesday, June 22nd, 2022, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Of course, doing free picks. We've got NHL tonight, resuming of the Stanley Cup playoffs, and we have Major League Baseball all day and all night baseball. These are the good days, right? It's like where it starts early, it ends late. And a lot of stuff in between. It's almost like a Saturday schedule. It's better than a lot of the Saturday schedules, with games starting at, 4 o'clock and 1 o'clock. And, sometimes these Saturday schedules don't get started till later. Chris, what's that smirk on your face all about?
Great day of sports. I'm excited. Oh. I love afternoon baseball. NHL tonight.
Wipe that smirk off your face. It was a smirk. Anyways, Toronto, the Blue Jays, a little bit of a rough stretch here for them. It's all part of the course of the season. We've seen, almost every team have their share of struggles this year. And, the Blue Jays obviously not immune to that. But, we see the writing on the wall for teams, and then people are surprised when it happens again to them. When they lose to Baltimore, back-to-back games. And then, it's kind of like when the Dodgers got swept by the Pirates and people acted like it never happened. But, last night's game, a thriller. We had, I believe, 5 of the games last night were one-run games, and I think a bunch of them went to extra innings as well. And I know that Marlins-Rockies game did not go to extra innings, but, man, was that a wild one in Miami.
Yeah, you got me on that one.
Yep. It was the Rockies got out to that 4-run lead in that game. The Marlins then scored 5, coming back on them. And then, they kept blowing the lead. And
I was up early. I was laughing. I was like, I got this game. And I looked again, and they're down 5-4, or whatever it was, 6-4 or 5-4. I was like, shit. And later on, I looked, they tied it up. But
I mean, there was about 16 people at that game. They were going nuts. Plenty of good seats available. Watching that one on TV. But, that was my big play yesterday was the Marlins.
Yeah, I was up well past midnight. So my big play was the Rangers yesterday. They took care of the Phillies pretty easy.
I was watching that White Sox Blue Jays, and, I thought the White Sox were dead in the water in that thing. And
they came back a bunch of times in that one.
Came pouring back. Ruffalo, a little quiet today. What games were you watching? What games were you watching?
Morning after that Blue Jays. For me, it was that Royals-Angels game that kept me up. Just watching it, and I had the Royals, and then Shohei Ohtani kept showing up, and I was getting nervy in the extra innings, but the Royals found a way to close it out, and I had the Twins yesterday, and they had their chance late. They almost held on for the run line, and then Cleveland tied it, took it in extra innings. So.
Yeah, it's they allowed Reyes to hit that home run on them, and then in that game, and then they have runners on in scoring position, first and third, and just nothing. Yeah. To me, when you see teams that have the opportunity and can't get the run across when they have less than 2 outs and a guy on third, and they absolutely need the run, to me that's painful to watch. And also the reliever that comes in and walks like the first 2 batters. Those are like those are the worst things, Yeah. It's like it's a tough watch, I'm always on the other side of that, right? I'm always on the side of the reliever that's walking the guys. I'm never the other team that's getting walked. It's like
what about the reliever that comes in and delivers the balk?
Oh God, Vince! Did Vince get the win in that game? Was he the winning pitcher record?
I got it. I gave up when I didn't give up, but I turned it off for a little bit when it was 2-0 in the extras.
Well, as bad as my White Sox were to start the season, and that 8-game losing streak and everything that they had and everything in between, here they are at 500 and very much in the race here in the American League Central.
Yeah, Velasquez got the win.
That's Vince for you.
As great as that White Sox win was, the letdown for me was Arizona Diamondbacks. They had chances, went extra innings, and just didn't come through. So it was ups and downs last night. Late, I was up past midnight, which isn't good for me.
Vince does the little things.
Yeah. He's like some people I know. He's better in smaller quantities. So
does the little things. But let's look at tonight's NHL game. Speaking of comebacks, so someone wants to know how they can share their picks. So you can share your picks in the comments of any of the YouTube videos that we do, or you can join our Facebook group where people post picks all day long. But as far as like sending us your picks, I love you, but I'm not interested. I don't have time to read everybody's picks. But if you want to post them on a Facebook comment or whatever, or a YouTube comment, there's thousands of people doing that. But as far as sending me the individual picks, to be honest, I'll end up blocking your email. That's what will happen. Nothing personal. It's just logistics. I just got out of my company meeting, and it was strongly determined I'm not the best person to be the customer service representative. Imagine that. It was like, But anyways, in this hockey game tonight, the Lightning showing up last game saying we're not done yet. And now, this game pretty much a pick 'em, right? Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised to see the Lightning open up as, a slight underdog here. Yeah, they're still in a little bit of juice, minus 105. But, this game's hard for me to read from a side perspective because obviously the Avalanche, is one of the best teams in the NHL, and I don't think they're going to go down without a fight again like they did last time out. But the Lightning at home, it's still a dangerous proposition. You don't want to go against the defending Stanley Cup champions to try to make this best of 3. So I'm going to stick with what's worked in this series and go with the over 6. I know I expected a defensive series coming into this game, and it hasn't shaken out like that in the first 3 games. I think both teams are going to want to get out to a fast start rather than what you normally see in a game 4, which is a more, I'd say, timid and cautious approach. So, yeah, give me the over 6 here. I can see this one being another 4-3 kind of game.
So he's saying here, I was saying my winning tickets, not my daily picks. No one's interested. Congratulations. We're happy for you that you won. We hope you spend the money on hookers and blow and, have a big party with it. But as far as like us caring about your winning tickets after the games are over, to me, people that post winning tickets just means you're really good at throwing your losers on the floor. That's all that means to me. You got to post your picks before the games start, right? That's when they count. And that's what we always do, so it's like we expect the same. It's like anyone could post winning tickets. You could have 100 tickets, you have 3 winners, it's like, yeah, here's my winners, right? And that's, if you go on Twitter, there's hundreds of handicappers that do that every day. So, they're all really good at it. Anyways, Brian, what do you think of this hockey match?
Well, this is a series that's gone over the first 3 games, and game 3 I had the under as a premium play, got burned on it pretty bad, but I gotta say that for a free pick, I'm gonna be back on the under here. I expect a much better defensive performance from Colorado, and I think Tampa Bay, this is a game that they must have. So I think what Chris said he was expecting from this series, I think it's gonna come to fruition, but it's gonna be to close out the series. I think we're going to see a low-scoring defensive affair tonight. I'm going to take the under 6.
I'll tell you, hear me out on this one. Puck line, lay the puck in half with the Lightning, lay the puck in half with the Avalanche. Getting about +2 and 220 on each of those.
So you could lose them both.
Right, you could lose them both, but I'll just bet half. I'll just bet half the amount that I would have bet on one side or the other. On either, and I'll win.
Or you could bet +1.5 on both sides.
Or, wow, I was gonna say, or you take